streaming button, and we should be going. Oh, actually, someone say something.
Hello.
Okay.
Something.
I wanted to make sure Discord was picking up audio.
Yo, yo, yo. What is up, my dude?
Are you talking to yourself right now?
Yeah,
the one
I'm
person
really.
in chat. Oh
Am I? Wait,
no,
I'm the only person in chat.
in the stream chat, Trina. You're our one loyal viewer.
You know what? Because I'm on Adam's computer instead, I'm not actually in the stream yet. So.
Oh. Okay.
No one's watching.
Well, rip. There goes our attention rate. All right. Oh, hi, Kitty.
Damn, all the money.
I just had to download it and install 15 updates, and then it closed. And then I tried to reopen it, and now it has to download and install 6 more updates for Discord. And I am very scared that it's just going to continue doing that for the next hour.
Well, why do you need Discord on your laptop?
So that I can send the picture to Discord.
Just send it through Facebook?
Or any other messaging service.
Or any other messaging app?
I don't have any of those on my laptop available without signing in, and I'm not fucking doing that because Discord's already signed in. So I'm just gonna.
Okay,
Discord.
fair enough. I can't argue with that. All right. So, who wants to recap where we left off?
You're funny.
Not me.
Recap. Everybody go pull up the video.
All right, let's 5 times speed. All right, so
For viewers at home, please don't forget to look at our previous content.
or don't. Or do forget,
Which
please. All right. So, because no one remembers where we left off, we can basically start wherever we want. In this case, where we want to start is you guys checking into a hotel in the Feywild, in a town. I say a hotel, and in a tavern. If we were about Wild West about it, a saloon in the Feywild, in a little town ran by a bunch of sentient, intelligent animal peoples. Not like anthropomorphic or anything, just like normal, scaled down, intelligent animals getting onto their day to day, trying to live their lives to the best of their abilities without opposable thumbs, using light magics to move things, various mage hands, or I guess mage paws in this instance, and things. But you all find yourself checked in this strange wintry land, drifting softly to sleep.
Will it not open? It's probably not gonna open because I'm on Discord on my other computer. So I'm gonna leave Discord for a second.
You should be able. You can still open Discord. You just can't join chat on
Okay.
other.
Hazel is the
Never
one
mind.
character who I bothered actually adding the character portrait to, so every time I look at and click and drag, I'm like, did I get everyone? And then I miss Hazel because she's at the top, or they're at the top with the actual image, so I forget about them.
Yeah,
But-
we're gonna have to fix their background too. It's driving me insane, but that doesn't need to be right now. Just at some point.
In the future. Maybe an updated token or something. Or an updated character portrait, or...
I think we
Forge.
wound up fucking around with the format it was in and stuff too, so maybe that did something to it.
It's possible. But anyway, you all find yourselves drifting to sleep after saving a bunch of various animal folk who, in fact, were turned into geese.
And now they're back.
And now they're
to
back
the
into their-
regular kind of
their
animal
regular
that they all
animal
were
form.
originally.
Exactly. Horrible experience. Who would want to be a goose when you could be a cat, a dog, or what other animal you wish? Unless your goal is to create abject terror and nuisance for the town in which you live. But anyway, you will find yourself drifting to sleep, and then awaking in the middle of the night in a strange cabin.
And that's not where we went to sleep.
No, it is not where you went to sleep. You went to sleep in this kind of cozy, warm, little little tavern, the smell of fresh baked bread and various
I-
spilled
Pretty-
liquors.
Pretty small cabin here. A
Instead,
little claustrophobic.
yeah, you've got to remember the scale's a little bit different. So in Savage Worlds, this is also relevant. One inch is 2 yards instead of 5 feet.
Oh, all of a sudden I can see. Okay, there we go.
I cannot.
No, now I
Oh,
can't see.
sorry,
again.
you're Madison. I put you on a bed. There we go. 2 of these beds have collision.
Yeah, okay, so that's what was happening was no matter what direction I tried to move one single sitting along, I was like, wow, this is a small cabin.
Oh
And
no,
also I can't see anything.
I copied and pasted these from an object that needed to block light. So let me go ahead and readjust that. And then, there we go. Now you can see the cabin. Anyway, you found yourself in this kind of old, run-down, dilapidated cabin. There's 5 sets of bunk beds and a little bit bigger single full-size bed, a couple of dressers and a desk. The floor is kind of wet and rotting. You can smell mildew rising up. It's dusty, dirty, and dingy. But
Where was everybody sleeping? How are we oriented?
you were here. Trina was. Were you up here, and then JJ was here. And then I think Kaede was on the single bed.
All
I-
on bottom bunks, or?
Roll a roll a die. I don't care which die you roll. Evens you're on top bunk. Odds you're on bottom.
I did in fact end up having to log into Discord anyway.
All right. Well, let's adjust this.
I don't
'cause
remember what player character number I am. Am I 3?
That's what I'm adjusting right now. Willow update. Oakley.
I just like that I'm number 1. Hey, at least, hopefully, Kaede won't be as broken as Charity is.
I
Yet.
don't know why you would say that.
Yeah. And then Haxel. That's quite a typo, but not a terrible Gen Z name.
Axel?
Haxel. Okay, I didn't actually pay attention to who was who. For the player character 3 or
I'm
4.
4.
Okay, so Trina is on the bottom bunk. Hazel, it looks like, is on a top bunk. Kaede is by herself, and then Oakley will be on the top bunk. Because it's super relevant. Anyway, you find yourselves on bunks. What are you all doing? There's a number of unbroken windows and a door.
Getting off and then.
Do we have our stuff with us that we had when we went to sleep?
Yes. You've got, like, your armor and your weapons. You don't necessarily have, like, your full pack or anything. But your kind of stuff that you keep close to you, you do have.
Oh, wait, we haven't had our turkey for a while. What am I thinking about it?
Maybe you're thinking of the donkey from.
This is not where we went to sleep, though, right?
Correct. This is decidedly not where you went to sleep.
Okay, how do I make a token again?
Just send me the image.
It is in Discord under reference.
I'm gonna check.
Any of you guys know how we got here?
Prototype token.
No.
No? I mean, that's not an uncommon occurrence now, though.
Good point.
This isn't the first time I've woken up with this group in a strange place.
You had a choice of words there, didn't you, Willow? So the first time you've woken up in a strange place, huh?
There we go.
We're fine.
You see Oakley's form shift from a faceless blob into a
Ah,
tangible form of Oakley. as she rolls out of bed.
I thought we
I
lost
was
you.
incognito, you know. I had to hide because I'm a stealthy.
You were just like so deep in sleep, even though you're in this new strange place and under these kind of like threadbare blankets, you were just kind of like, ugh, 5 more minutes, covering your face in the pillow.
What happened to Ash?
Who?
Another great question.
For Ash, we're just gonna go with he fucked off at some point.
I feel like this is a great time for him to just not be there anymore.
I feel like Lightning is trying to give you a story out here.
I don't need a story out for this one.
It's not even a story out. We got teleported to a different place and Ash isn't there with us anymore. Oh.
Like I said, Ash fell into a hole somewhere.
We'll find him later. It's not important.
We have to go to the tavern.
Didn't take him. And now he's just lost in the Feywild.
Well,
Just lay down.
it's what he prefers.
Everything's fine. Lay down.
How the fuck did you add a picture to your?
Don't worry about it. It's unimportant.
I was talking to Madison.
She
I
didn't
didn't.
do it.
Cameron
I
did.
did it. Like I said earlier, I added the one thing to her
I see.
because it's unimportant.
So I'm gonna look through this fucking desk.
Okay. Give me a notice roll.
Oh, okay. Do I just click on it?
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Very
Is that good?
well. I don't know. Considering your target number is typically 4,
So,
I'd say a 16 is
this,
pretty decent.
16 is pretty good.
So you
Yes.
kind
I
of
thought our wild die was like a D6.
it is a d6
How'd you roll a 16 on it?
because when you roll the max number on a die, it explodes. So she rolled a 6,
so that's
and then she rolled a
actually
6, and then she rolled a 4,
a 6 and a 4. Okay, I see.
and then
Does
the
it show those?
If you click it, it breaks it down.
Oh, so I'm good at this. Okay, cool.
so you
You do it way too good.
you wake up and you immediately are just like, oh, office supplies, nice desk. Wonder what's in here, and you begin kind of rummaging around, and it's mostly empty. It's kind of like I said, kind of like dry, rotting, mildewy, I guess dusty, dry, rotty, falling apart. You dig through. There's some kind of crumpled up papers, a couple of broken pencils. Oddly enough, there's like a few ballpoint pens.
Fucking yoinking those.
I like to imagine since she rolled a
Ballpoint?
16, she's like pulling the drawers all the way out, flipping them upside down, checking for like crap drawers, and fucking like peeling paint off to see if there's stuff underneath.
She's just ripping out, shuffling through all these things.
If you don't think Willow's
But-
seen a trick door before,
Some broken pencils. There's nothing really of any sort of value or note here. It's just looks like some old stationery for the most part.
do the
Oh.
ballpoints like work?
No.
Is there ink?
Roll, roll me an academics check.
Fuck yeah, mate.
Academics. You're used to like some old pens drying up and stuff. It takes a minute of kind of like scribbling on the paper. You kind of like press and shake it a little bit, flip it around some, and eventually it starts
You're like
writing.
whacking it against your hand.
Exactly. It eventually starts working.
Sweet.
Desk shit, ballpoint pens that work. A broken stapler. Here's a broken stapler.
Are there staples in it?
Um,
I could add that to my fucking medical kit.
it's a broken staple. Yeah, if you want to pick up a broken stapler, and see if someone can fix it later. But it's mostly miscellaneous. It's miscellaneous stationery. All right.
Peeking out the door.
So you you open the door, and as you got to look outside, you just see that's incredibly foggy out here. It's hard to see. There's barely a sliver of the moon. It's dark. It's a little windy, but this kind of this dense, permeating fog. From where you are, you can kind of barely make out what looks to be a porch of what you can only assume is another cabin across the way.
Is that the one that I can see through this window?
You see a different cabin looking out the window.
Oh, it's a different cabin. Cool.
But, hey, Willow, yeah, Willow, roll me another notice check, actually.
Not so hot.
Okay, so this is an important thing to know because we haven't talked about this yet. So bennies are basically advantage on a skill check if you want. So if you failed a check and you wanted to try to roll again, you could spend a Benny. That's one of the kind of main uses you can use them for. So in this instance, if you wanted to, you could roll.
And in
you
this
could re-roll
case,
with a Benny.
we'd make that decision. And in this case, in this,
you make the decision
that
after you roll.
After we see the result.
Yes.
Okay.
Try it, yeah.
A 1 on both dice is a crit fail, and you can't spend a Benny on a crit fail. Even if you like roll a Benny to try to succeed more and you hit a crit failure, you get a crit failure. So if you try to over succeed,
that too really saved her.
Yeah, anything other than a 1 would have been a crit fail. But you look out the window. It's are you going to re-roll or no?
I was trying to. It says that you don't have enough bennies.
Did you not add your bennies?
Oh, Trina's.
I thought mine were there automatically. I would have assumed
Hold
hers
on.
would be the same.
Trina, you're labeled as Hazel for some reason.
You can hover over the names to see what
Dang.
the differences.
Yes, you can.
That's cool. Anyway.
I didn't know that either.
Another thing.
You can hover over what?
If you hover over the players' names, you can see their things. Another thing to note is that when you re-roll something in Savage Worlds, unless you re-roll into a natural 1, or unless you re-roll into a critical failure, you almost never take the worst option.
Yeah, it only cares.
It's not. It is advantage. It's not a new roll.
Correct. Yeah, the only thing that matters is if you hit a crit fail after, because then you have to take the crit fail.
Yeah,
You
that's
tried a
just
little
crit
too hard.
Crit fails are rare and awesome in Savage Worlds.
Okay. So it's a little dark, but you're pretty close and can kind of make this out. That's another thing. There's no lighting in this cabin right now. You guys are just kind of making stuff out, just kind of by feel and by the little bit of like night vision that you naturally have. But Willow, you notice.
I can help us with that in just a second.
You notice there seems to be something blocking the window across from you. You can't quite make out what it is, but there seems to be something in front of the window that isn't like a curtain.
Okay. Well, being in this area isn't going to serve us. So, oh wait, is this also a dresser up here?
Yeah, that's a dresser.
Oh, I'm going to look at this first.
Okay, just roll me another notice roll as you just kind of ruffle through it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
As you kind of rifle through, there's some kind of old moldy clothes. It's like flannels and things like that. Kind of outdoorsy wear.
Like colder weather then?
Oh, not necessarily colder weather, but more kind of just outdoorsy in general.
Okay.
It might be a little bit heavier, but at this point, it's pretty well deteriorated. There's holes in it from where moths have eaten away. As you kind of like shake it, it's dusty and dirty. There's you know, some various like old socks and things. There's a bikini. There's a swimsuit in there.
Oh, that means we're probably near a body of water.
So as Willow's ruffling through the wardrobe, what's everyone else doing?
I'm gonna spend 4 power points to give everybody dark sight for an hour.
All right. So what you're going to
what
you're gonna need to make a. Let me take a look at your casting sheet here. I believe it's a faith roll for you.
Faith,
yes.
yeah.
So make a faith roll.
Okay. And faith is a skill.
All right. You hit a 4, so you succeed. I'm going to go into your character sheet and do a thing for you to make your life easier.
Okay.
You'll probably cast that quite a bit. Let's just go ahead and click all of them. So you should do this too, Trina. Go into your powers and favorite them, so they're in the quick access. And then if you just click the little text bubble,
Oh, in the little menu thing.
it will
Wonderful.
put its description in chat, and then you can manage your PowerPoints from here. So you're doing additional recipients, so you'll have to add 3 PowerPoints to the 1 to make it 4, and then you can just hit subtract, and that will remove that effect.
Sorry, I didn't mean to add that.
How will we ever know that Willow's vengeful?
Okay, so I type the amount of power points that I'm using, and then I hit subtract to actually make it do it.
Yeah, so you could also just hit subtract 4 times because it's 4 PowerPoints for this particular casting.
Okay. So Hazel comes to everybody in turn, and their eyes are kind of twinkling like starlight, and they touch each of you on the forehead, and I guess you can't probably see them, but your eyes are now also twinkling like starlight.
All right.
Ray's eyes have always been twinkling to me.
Okay.
I don't know if it did it.
Kylie puts down her glowing tips.
For some reason, it did 3 of the PowerPoints, but not the 4th one.
Huh. Well, there we go. I did the 4th one for you.
Okay, thank you.
She's gonna put down her glowing quill and be like, "That's probably a better idea."
Alright. So now you guys ignore 4 points of illumination penalties. It is
We
quite
get what?
dark. You ignore 4
We
points
ignore
of
4 points of illumination penalties.
because it is very
Because I
dark.
gave us all dark sight.
Because it's basically pitch black out. Because there's almost no moon. That would be a -6 to your vision checks basically, and things like that. But now and then
So that's better.
the obscuring
notice,
from the fog.
So that 16 notice technically was at a -6.
Well, she was ruffling through the things, you know, using her hands,
Gotcha.
not just looking at something. She was being a little grabby,
A little fancy.
a little handsy.
Where'd your parents go?
The Arby's.
Oh,
I miss
On top of the fridge. We got some sick coupons.
you don't have an
today.
Arby's?
No,
I guess you live in like the middle of nowhere.
true facts.
You don't have an Arby's?
No, there used to be an Arby's, and if you look on Google, it still says there's an Arby's, but there's not an Arby's.
It's just a painful reminder of what you've lost.
Correct.
Maybe you could get a franchise and have the company have its own personal Arby's
One day. Not today.
one day. Not today. You know, that's fair.
This video is sponsored by.
Arby's.
It's not. We're not sponsored.
We
Unless
have-
I will
Arby's
take payment
Minnesota.
in beef and cheddar.
Fuck.
Oh, that works. If you guys go click on that little armor piercing thing. It'll bring you to the top of the modifier list for powers for people who use those. These modifiers can be applied to any power that, you know, makes sense to be applied to.
Yeah, pretty much any of them can be applied to any power. Some of the more specific ones are like Glow Shroud doesn't really work on like damaging spells most of the time unless it has some sort of like lingering effect or something. But these are all very good. You can do some obnoxious things with powers.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Oh,
Yeah.
selective seems handy.
Yes.
Hinder Hurry is also quite good.
So then would selective, does that take 1 point for each target that you want to avoid, or is it just one to choose?
Just one to
It's one
choose.
to choose.
It's not
That's pretty
it's not an
strong.
additional cost per target. It's just an additional cost on the spell. It's not like with Dark
To do
Sight,
it at
it's
all.
+1 per additional recipient. It doesn't care. Like Hinder Hurry, if you wanted to make it so your pace is increased by 2, for everyone that you're affecting by Dark Sight, that would just be an extra point. All right. Well, you guys have a better night vision now. And are just kind of standing in a cabin. Willow's been going through,
Yep.
looking at old old stationery and old moth-eaten
Rummaging.
outfits and things. Rummaging. Hazel went around and made everyone's eyes glow so they can see better in the dark.
I'm gonna start rummaging.
Thanks,
with,
Ben.
Did you find anything neat yet? Willow. She waves her hand in front of her face. Did Katrina leave?
She's too busy thinking about Arby's.
I was about to say, I thought she was here. We were just talking about Arby's. You know,
She's gonna make
theoretically,
herself
that
a roast beef
conversation could have
sandwich.
happened in character.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
She's too focused. I waved my hand in front of her face.
Oh, I forgot one thing. I would like all of you to roll notice checks.
I'm not good at
Roll a what?
Roll a notice check.
Notice.
I had to lower my notice die because I realized I had spent 1 point extra in writing. Oh, and it was still bad. Is this Foundry?
Did we all roll a 1
No.
Yeah, it looks like we did.
on our main die?
On one of our dies, we all rolled a 1.
Oh.
No, yeah, on our main die, you're right.
What's the second die?
That's our
Wild die.
wild die.
How does the wild die work?
It's
Does it just get added to everything?
It doesn't get added.
Almost everything.
It doesn't get added. It's just another value you can take.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
So presumably you just always take the highest.
Yes, you take the highest, but it's just another die you can roll that may help you succeed in your task.
So it's just like we have advantage on everything.
Sort of, yeah. For most things.
I'm doing a notice check.
Yes, please.
Willow shakes herself out of her stupor. We have the meats. Willow didn't roll a 1.
All right, so everyone but Kaede, now that you have this wonderful night vision bestowed by Hazel and these twinkly, sparkly eyes, while you are kind of wearing like your same normal armor on top of the clothes, the one thing you do notice is these, as you kind of look down at yourself, these aren't the clothes your college selves would be wearing. Instead, you seem to be wearing something that you might have worn more so in high school. So for Kaede, she's in like a sailor outfit, like a uniform, for example.
Willow also went to like a boarding school, so similar outfits.
Very good.
Merchandise,
Now, when you say
merchandise
our
t-shirt
bodies,
from the performance of Wicked that they recently went to see with class.
You're still physically an
bodies-
adult. It's just your
physically an adult
clothing
still.
has
Okay, good.
changed. So that's two
It's-
school
it's-
uniforms, a Wicked t-shirt.
I will say the overall effect is not that much different than Hazel's current style.
Yeah. It's just like Wicked.
It's just a different t-shirt.
It's like Wicked 2015 or something.
The t-shirt is a size smaller than
Yeah.
Hazel's current size.
It's a little bit tight under your armor. So there you go.
I'm trying to think of what
I also have to
Oakley would be wearing.
think about the history of Hazel's gender presentation for a second, but I'll do that in the background.
Oh, there goes my head. Tell them I've lost the ability to hear.
Jordan lost us, hang on.
Is it the same amount of years back? Because
For you, it's like a year. For like the couple of people who are older than you, it's a little bit longer, but it's all relative to what you would have been wearing at that time. But
Hello.
Sorry,
I was trying to simultaneously do
household stuff.
stuff.
And also figure out food. And then my head.
That's what happened.
okay.
Anyway, we all realized we're wearing clothes from like when we were in high school.
Yes, like not
You
the
heard that,
not
right?
the outfits you were wearing when you went to bed.
Well,
I listened before I
Alright.
pulled it up.
I'm gonna go outside here. And I'm gonna sit down on the ground and like place my palms on it and close my eyes and meditate, and I'm gonna use divination
All right.
to get sort of a general sense of what I can glean is going on here from the forest.
Okay.
I mean, if this ain't a time to use divination, I don't know when is.
Yeah, go ahead and make me that. Go ahead and put it in chat and make that faith roll. Make a faith roll.
I'm doing it.
I just saw you took the power points away first.
Oh, I see.
If you fail the cast, you only spend 1 power point.
Oh, that's good to know.
So you do lose something
well,
if you
I did
fail
not
it.
fail to cast.
But you did not. Okay, you got a 17, so you raised. Spear is more helpful, knowledgeable, or direct. One uninterrupted minute or prayer. Make sure it just goes to answer the character's question to the best of its ability. Type in Gianna's Spears another one. Like when Spears.
And I think that their meditation is like, it's very grounding, like feeling the earth beneath their hands and like trying to like read the vibrations from it. Like it's very much about the earth and the forest and trying to tune into that.
Okay. So as you're kind of like trying to attune yourself to this environment, what you'd typically expect to get back is, an answer or like a relation to the earth itself. But instead, as you kind of feel the ground beneath you and try to feel the earth, instead you just kind of feel almost like an echo of some sort. Like you can clearly feel the tangibility there. Like this is physical, this is real
Like
as far as you
there's
can
definitely
tell.
something underneath me.
Yes, like there's something definitely underneath you. This is definitely you, but instead it's just kind of a hollow reel, like almost like a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy sort of thing. Like it feels real, it looks real, but there's just something about it that is just wrong. It's like a recording of a recording of a recording of a spirit kind of speaking back to you, kind of giving this kind of sense of something happened here in the past, that you would recognize if it came to the forefront of your mind, but at the moment you just kind of get the idea that while this is physical, it is not physical in the sense of where you were previously.
Huh. So I guess I go back into the cabin and try my best to explain that to everybody.
Huh.
Also, you saw there were at least from where you were there were 3 other cabins that you could see. I'm actually going to pull you back out
Okay,
here
I'll
again.
say that too.
Yeah, there's actually no. You can see 4 other cabins. And what looks like 2 different signs and something on the ground up north towards the tree line.
I guess as we move forward, I want to kind of try to stay tuned in to see if I recognize that feeling again, or if anything else gives it off, or I want to keep my third eye open.
Okay, you're vibe checking everything.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like just trying to be, yeah. I don't know how to get more specific than that with the current situation. So
I mean, that's kind of what you were
getting it out to see what feels off.
Very good. Very good. What's everyone else doing?
Trying to figure out what Oakley is wearing.
Not the most relevant thing, but
it says a lot about our characters, though.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what Willow's looking at.
What's Willow looking at?
Yeah, I asked you earlier.
Oh, that may have been while I was in the bathroom.
Probably.
Yeah. We decided that Willow was lost in thought about how much she misses Arby's.
Did
Yeah.
Did Hazel go outside?
Yes.
I did, and then I came back in.
Okay.
I give the pens to Kaede. They write.
They actually work?
Mhm.
How are they? Are they good pens?
It's just like a Bic.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's just like the cheapest is cheap.
I pull out my pack and I pull out a small pack full of a bunch of bullshit pens and color pencils and other things that look like they haven't been used and probably don't work very well. And she shoves it in with those. Awesome.
The discount art supply box.
Exactly.
All the stuff who bought you gifts over the years but didn't actually know what they were getting.
It's all rose art.
Oakley's been walking around the cabin, looking out the different windows to see what she can see.
It's a whole lot of roll me a notice check.
Not really expecting anything like, you know,
There's some trees.
super impressive. Just trying to see, get bearings.
Yeah, I mean, it never hurts to take a peek.
You're at a cabin. From what you've heard from the rest of your party, your friends, you seem to be at a cabin in the middle of the woods. Amongst other cabins. There's a cabin across the way that you can kind of see the windows blocked by something that Willow pointed out earlier, but beyond that, you don't notice too much.
I did look out this window. Is this a graveyard?
No, that's 2 signs and something wooden you can't quite make out from where you are.
Okay. I asked Hazel what they saw outside.
I described the strange sense of uneasiness and also the same cabins and sign that you just saw.
Okay. You didn't see anything else in particular?
Nope.
Okay.
Should we do more exploring of the other cabins? I don't think.
Seems like we've run out of things to do in this one.
Yeah.
I start walking past everybody and out the door. And just kind of look around.
All right, you go outside. You see a number of other cabins.
Willow does not stick her foot out to trip him. Her.
Where you're at, it just looks. They all seem to just look like pretty normal small cabins, like the one you just stepped outside of. You kind of turn and look, and you see sitting, kind of marks burned into a wooden plank on the side of the one you just walked out of, a sign that says, "The Maple Leafs."
The Maple Leafs.
Yeah, we're like.
With a little burnt
Are we the Maple Leafs?
image of a maple leaf kind of drawn crudely in the corner.
Like a named cabin situation for like a summer camp.
Oh, I miss my camp days.
I never went to a summer camp. I went to a day camp at a church.
I'm trying to remember what composer name cabin I was in when I went to Blue Lake. Can't remember. It was one of the D ones, but I can't remember.
Would Hazel have gone to a summer camp?
Probably, yeah. It might have still been Blue Lake, yeah.
All right, you've stepped outside, Oakley. You just kind of walked out, standing on the kind of rickety front porch. You're about like a couple of steps off, like half a step off the ground.
Okay, I'm coming.
Small little platform.
I step off into the grass and wait for everybody to come out.
You can kind of see the worn little paths of where people might have walked between these different cabins and things previously.
So I can't think of what the specific clothing items to say Oakley's wearing, but it is very opposite of what she currently wears, and would be unexpected.
So Oakley is wearing like a bright pink halter top and like
Bedazzled jeans or something.
Fuck yeah.
You know, that on the border of school appropriate, like Mean Girls type shit.
Mm-hmm.
But very opposite of the like cool like alt girl fucking shit she currently wears or normally wears.
All right. You guys have stepped outside. The world is your oyster. Your world has suddenly expanded from a like 15 by 20 foot cabin into several like 15 by 20 foot cabins.
And an entire woods.
All right.
Does the woods, the trees and plants and such, do they generally look normal?
Yeah, they just look
like I expect them to.
They look like, you know, a couple like different oak trees, maple trees, just kind of various standard forest type of things. They look about mid-autumn. Some of the leaves are starting to fall on some of the trees. Some of them are still just changing color and whatnot. I would like each of you to make me a notice roll.
So that I know we're like in the middle of the woods and there's a bunch of cabins and it's like dark. But I feel like we should split up and search these cabins.
Totally splitting up. Mm-hmm.
I tell Kaede.
What could possibly go wrong?
Jinky Scoob. All right. So
I guess we could do pairs. That works.
you all hear a loud snap, like a branch cracking underfoot, coming from the northwest,
Oh, my way. Cool.
The northwest.
kind of up in this corner.
Okay.
Well,
Um,
I'm pretty close there.
and Willow,
You were defining northwest as
Um,
actually the north
um,
instead of like you could say down is north.
yes, but why,
But
why would I do
appreciate
that?
him saying up is north,
I do.
personally.
Like I do every other map.
The more directionally challenged among us appreciate the simplicity.
I'm
So
not.
we hear whatever twig snapping.
Yes.
Mhm.
You do not see anything, but you all hear a loud
The sauces.
snap.
What is what is this? Is this like a totem pole or something?
Are you going to investigate kind of the signs in this area?
Yeah, that's why.
I mean,
coming
I
over.
was standing next to it, but I guess I can.
I mean, you could have been investigating the noise. You moved in the direction the sound came from.
I mean, normally you can like see stuff when you walk
It's-
next to it.
it's
even if
dark
you are looking at
and
other stuff.
foggy.
Yeah.
It's weird shit.
So
I'm just following the group. Patty's
I
not
was-
paying any attention whatsoever.
I was definitely heading in the vicinity of the noise.
okay, so you're heading up towards the noise, and then Willow, are you checking out the couple of
Whoa, what the fuck?
signposts?
Yes, I would like to check out the signposts.
Okay,
I'm gonna look at the signpost as well. I was
Alright.
curious about that.
if you guys are spending time looking at these, you guys have dark vision. It takes a minute to kind of like focus in and see past some of the fog.
I'm not trying to get super far away from them. I'm just trying to get a little closer to the direction of the noise.
Make me a notice check. The three people that are looking at the signs, what you kind of see before you is it's pretty ripped and torn up for the most part, but one of them kind of has a what looks to be a map. There are several kind of parts ripped off and pages torn, destroyed to time and the weather. But you can see a few kind of distinct areas, at least partially still held up. Those being the boathouse, the mess hall, the cabins, presumably where you guys are, and the archery range. From where you are, you can kind of see out various kind of paths for the most part between some of the areas. Where you are currently, you would probably have the easiest access to the mess hall without trying to worry about any sort of navigation. On the other sign, you see kind of various sundry kind of articles and things like welcome new campers, summer of fun, sport sign-ups, and a image of what looks to be a complete totem pole consisting of, let me see here, 5 different sections, one of which is lying on the ground in front of you. Oakley, thanks to the dark vision, you can't make it out very clearly, but you see a figure walking through the woods, and you kind of hear an occasional soft twig snap, but you see kind of a figure walk kind of more directly north, trying to remain out of sight.
But no.
You're being sneaky. But none of us know that. Hun,
What?
did you have a response
To what?
to this?
To the
To the whole thing Cameron just said about you seeing the sneaky person?
Seeing a sneaky person?
Yep.
No, because I was trying to switch headphones and kind of missed that.
There's a sneaky person.
Yeah, you saw a sneaky person.
I stepped back, not abruptly. Will you move? Thank you. Like walking backwards, and just be like, and then like head nod in the direction, and do something to indicate that there's a person there without using the words, "Hey guys, there's a guy over there," and like shouting or whatever, or saying anything about it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Roll a stealth check.
Me?
You're
being stealthy.
Not me.
you're whispering. That's trying to be stealthy. You're trying to not draw attention to yourself.
What the fuck? Oh, I exploded. That's why.
Okay.
I was like, what just happened?
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. They're discontinuing my health insurance plan, so I'm gonna have to pick a new one for next year.
Yeah, I've got to do the same thing.
That's annoying. Okay, that's not a right now problem, no.
All right, you kind of back up very nonchalantly and pretend that you're kind of investigating this section of Totem Pole with the rest of the group as you kind of go, psst, psst, over there. If everyone else would like to make a notice check, they may do so.
Yeah. I like noticing things.
Love to notice.
You three kind of look in that direction, but you don't see anything over there. You kind of
Oh, that's good.
gently avert your eyes and don't see anything. If you would like to look over there again, you may make another notice roll as well, Oakley.
Even I don't see anything?
You don't see
it's
anything.
possible that they're just stealthy.
Can't see something that's not there.
I didn't see anything. I'm still looking at this totem pole.
You didn't see anything.
Oakley, you look back over there and you don't see anything either.
I move back over this way. Actually, hold on. I would like to draw my dagger and then move over this way.
Okay.
Why are you assuming violence? We're at a kids' camp.
You take out your knife and
Because it's dark and we're in the middle of the fucking woods. I don't say that, but
you kind of take out your dagger and get prepared in case something bad happens.
I gotta be straight up. I thought that drawing the dagger seemed like a pretty reasonable course of action. You don't gotta use it, but it doesn't hurt to have it ready.
exactly.
Yeah, I just like giving Oakley shit.
All right. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna come this way.
Do we still hear, like, twigs and stuff?
At this moment, it's kind of quiet and still. You know, it's late at night, mid-autumn. There's not a whole lot of movement going on in the woods around you, aside from like the gentle rustling of leaves and the kind of chilly breeze.
Maybe it was an animal. Hazel, you're good with animals. Could you, like, make a kind of thing?
Make a kind of
Call
thing.
out to them?
Make
Make a sound that calls out to the animal to be non-threatening.
Well, not really without knowing what kind of animal it is. No, they make a lot of different noises that mean a lot of different things.
Make a noise.
Moo.
What did you get? I'm confused.
Let me peruse some options here.
I mean, if we're gonna split up,
if we encounter one, there's some stuff I can do so long as it's like a regular
big round
natural
Tupperware?
animal. But if it's something else, there's not a lot I can do.
that's fair.
Oh.
All right, what's everyone doing?
Currently trying to get food. For real life, not the game.
Well,
But I'm still making my way over that way and waiting for you to tell me
I mean,
whether I get attacked or
You
see anything.
move up. You don't see anything.
Okay.
Kaide, do you want to check out one of these cabins?
I don't know about Kaede, but I'll check out a cabin.
What? What's going on?
You want to check out one of the cabins?
Sure.
Sweet. Someone should probably stay.
I will wait at the sign.
Okay.
In case Oakley comes back or I hear you guys have anguish screams or something.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that.
Just sort of generally centrally located.
Here, maybe hide behind the tree a little bit, okay?
Okay.
You open the door, and you see what looks to be a little recreation room. There's a couple of very like water-damaged books, some torn-up playing cards. It kind of looks like whoever was in here kind of left in a hurry. Roll me a notice check, please.
Yeah.
Stay.
Yeah. We're good.
You want me to roll notice?
Did you go inside?
Yes.
Then yes, go ahead and roll notice as well.
Your dice are cool.
Thank you.
All right. Both of you catch a glimpse of what looks to be a burlap sack mask with two kind of glowing red eyes. Before you hear
And that's just hanging
Some-
on a wall, right?
Nope.
No, it's not. They rolled well enough that they can see that this is outside of the window. And as you kind of look and almost quickly make eye contact with this, you see it. You kind of see it turn and hold on, I pinged. Turn and stomp away, in kind of very heavy footfalls off into the woods.
Oh boy.
Are all of the windows broken?
But
No,
But
all of the
this
windows in this
being is-
building are intact.
And this being was not attempting to be sneaky.
Not at least as it walked away.
But of course it was already spotted by then.
Exactly.
That was spooky.
You want to make this the defensible area and we call Hazel and Oakley over and hide in here for a second?
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Here. Yeah. I'll trust them. Guys, Come over.
I assume she's making like a hand motion or something.
Psst,
Yeah.
psst, come on. Oh.
I don't think that I, having been moving into the woods this while, would be able to hear her whispering and making a hand motion. So I think I'm gonna need Hazel to give me my attention.
Okay, I get Oakley's attention again in a relatively quiet and non-disturbing manner.
Roll me a stealth check, Hazel. Roll me a notice check, Oakley.
Whether Oakley notices is not my problem, so I'm gonna go back in.
You got one of their attentions and saw that Hazel's going to get the other ones.
Exactly.
Alright. So as you kind of stealth up behind Oakley, she turns just as you're about to, like, put your hand on her shoulder, as she narrowly avoids getting jump scared by you. Before you very narrowly probably took a dagger to the side. Oakley notices you. Do you go with?
Yeah.
Alright. You guys make yourself into this room. This cabin's name is the Sun Fun Sanctuary.
Oh boy. What a lovely name.
I mean, it is a lovely name because it's a little recreation room with all their books and indoor activities, little chessboard and playing cards.
Yeah, I was about to say board games and stuff.
Some like kind of crude drawings and things like that. Kaede, you would be interested in the drawings. Make me a notice check.
Yeah, you little art nerd. No, I'm just kidding.
Alrighty.
Hey Oakley, help me barricade these.
You notice that these are not like little children's drawing. These seem to be something more akin to what a teenager would draw. There's like dicks in the margin, stick figures with boobs and stuff like that.
The cool S thing.
The cool S. There's a couple of swords.
Oh, so this is like a
Cool.
like a reformation camp, not like a fun place. This might be a bad place.
I mean, just from it being teens? Teens go to summer camp.
Yeah, that's true.
And teens will destroy books whether they're nice or not.
Alright.
Strange.
You guys
But
go in and shut the door behind you.
I am Coyote's going to draw a little monocle.
Dick in the margins?
She's going to start drawing a little monocle in the air and try to detect Arcana. And I'm going to...
There should be a window here.
I'm going to... Actually, no. I'm just going to do the Detect Arcana, the normal one. No, I'm not going to spend any modifiers.
Okay, make your spellcasting roll.
While Kaede does that, I will in fact help Willow barricade stuff.
Okay. You guys are kind of like picking up various tables, shoving things against walls, kind of wedging like a chair under the door.
I assume they told us what they saw, right?
Oh, yeah. Detect counter in sight for 5 rounds. Okay. So as you kind of look around, there really isn't anything that screams magic around you. Like in particular,
There's no
the
closet
whole
to go,
place
right?
kind of seems. This whole area just kind of seems to be like faintly magical, like just kind of the bare traces, but nothing.
Looks like magic almost.
Yeah, kind of everything's coated in like how everything's coated in dust. Everything's almost coated in a thin layer of magic as well.
Well then, she just tosses the monocle onto the floor. A couple seconds later, it turns into like a blob of ink. And a couple seconds later, after that, it disappears.
It just kind of evaporates, soaks up into the floor, and then evaporates in a cloud of colorful smoke. It's a little desaturated than normal.
There's no magic in here. Oh, sorry. There's no. Wait. There is a lot of magic in here, but there's no specific magic in here. That makes sense.
All right.
There's magic all around here, but not a specific item.
Exactly.
Okay.
Everything is covered in a thin layer of magic.
You all include it.
Oh, us too.
That makes sense. I mean, we didn't end the previous day in these clothes.
So, I will let you guys discuss your actions while I go to bed.
Also, didn't end their previous day in their clothes. I mean, like, what if other people were sent here to become their faithful selves? Maybe.
It's a good question.
Oh, what was that thing with the mask? It's kind of spooky.
Yeah.
Did we tell you guys about the mask? I draw you guys a little picture in the air of the thing that I saw with the glowing eyes.
Oh god, it's even scarier than you made it sound.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That sounds more like Friday the 13th than any fairy tale I've heard of.
Oh, right.
I mean, what is a fairy tale, really?
A
I mean,
cautionary
It's
story.
a fairy tale, really.
Fairy tale's a cautionary story.
As
Typically.
are many ghost tales. Ghost stories.
So I wonder what's the moral here?
Yeah, what are we being cautioned against?
Going
We
into
might
the
need
woods
to-
at night.
We may
Staying
need
at
to
summer camp.
unbarricade ourselves and go check out more to figure out.
Yeah, I don't think hiding in here is probably going to be the answer.
Oh. But it's so cozy here.
It is pretty cozy.
And safe. Well,
Thud!
you know.
Thud! Thud!
Uh-oh.
Where are the thuds?
Coming from the front door.
I knock back.
Knock, knock, knock. You hear
Not
a
fair and
loud
arrow, you know what I'm saying?
crash as you see the head of an axe crash through the upper part of the door.
Hi, move back.
Can I see anything out the window?
I don't think you can. Give
I
me.
don't think so.
Nope, you can't see. You cannot see the door from that angle.
We barricaded everything.
Well, kind of like peeking behind the barricade, the little gap between the stuff and the wall. You really don't have much of an angle.
I begin to slightly unbarricade this window.
You know what we're going to do here is we're going to.
And I'm waiting for some Scooby-Doo shit where I start to try to unbarricade it, and the monster's actually behind the window.
We're going to move into the action round, or into initiative, which is basically you guys just drawing cards. So if I click this button,
I love drawing cards.
oh, that's fun.
Oh.
Oh, you guys don't actually get those bennies.
Yeah.
Oh.
The stalker. Thanks,
Drew
Jim.
a Joker on this first goddamn combat? Okay.
It was his second card, though.
Everybody Take your Benny back. Tears.
But that being said, Oakley, what are you doing?
Me?
Yes,
You're first.
you're first.
Continuing to unbarricade this while I wait for you to tell me if there's something behind it.
Make an athletics check. Because you're kind of doing this pretty frantically. You know, before you had a little bit of time to get everything set up. But at this point, you guys are trying to pull the barricades away for yourselves. Yeah, you just kind of get in there and you just start ripping that down. As you kind of start pulling and pulling and pulling, you very adeptly manage to knock your entire barricade to the ground, revealing the window behind it.
But no spooky monster behind it, right?
Make a notice check.
Bro, I know it's dark, but the window is like 2 feet in front.
It's dark and foggy. There's no one there. At the moment.
Okay.
That you can see.
That I can see. The axe is still being hitting the door, yeah?
At this point, it's in the door. It hasn't quite been removed yet from the second swing, since we kind of started the initiative order.
The action thing, that makes sense.
But at the moment, actually, let's put it on your turn. Here we go. At the moment, it's there.
I'm kind of thinking if I should open the window like a normal person or bust it out. I should probably just try to open it like a normal person.
Yeah, you open it. You have it. There's an open window now. Do you go through? Opening the window is pretty nominal.
You're right. I was kind of thinking whether I should just like wait a second to see like what happens and like come back to my turn. Like, can I hold my action to jump out the window?
Well, you already did your action pulling the stuff down. If you want to hold just your movement, I'll allow it.
Sick. I would like to do that.
All right. Hazel, you see Oakley kind of tearing down this window.
Um,
I don't like what you're doing there, Cam.
This is quite a situation we found ourselves in.
Why is it in inches?
Because your movement's in inches.
It's in inches?
Yes.
Because it's made to be on like a physical map. Like a paper one.
The only difference between this and 5th edition and every other D&D we've played is you're not on a square. So instead of, I get 6 squares, you get 6 inches. And each inch is 2 yards.
Hey man,
Okay, thank you.
Sometimes 1 inch is all you get.
I was just trying to figure out, because 7 inches is not, the length of a cabin is not 7 inches, I'm just saying.
I shall trying to. So in its base form is entangle. Is that a touch?
Put it in chat. No, its range is your smarts in inches.
Oh, okay.
So, you would need to
So
have line of
8
sight to them,
inches.
and then have them be within 8 inches. You could make it an AoE instead for extra power points.
I'm gonna move over here by the door and be ready to entangle the thing if it gets in.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Kaede.
Can I stick my head out the window?
Well, that window's barricaded at the moment.
Oh.
The only window that's open is the one back by Oakley.
Okay, I will go on hold.
Okay.
Should be a little button.
Yeah, I'm looking. There it is. Willow.
Hello. I would appreciate it if you kept your axe to yourself.
As you say that, he's going to take his action. So the fun thing about Jokers is you can interrupt and take your action whenever without having to worry about making an opposed roll, which is typically what happens if you want to interrupt someone. So as you do that, he is going to... he's going to make... I think, actually, he's going to do 3 swings at the door. And he's going to take a -4 multi-action penalty on this. And let's just do these publicly. Revealed to everyone. So that's the first one. And then let's just roll that damage to the door with the raise.
Fuck, bud.
With the first swing, he almost takes the door down in its entirety. Well, I guess it's its third swing. Its first swing since he's made his presence known. With his second swing, he is going to assumedly take down... Oh, that should have been with a raise. It's fine. It's enough damage. He's going to finish tearing down this door. Take a step forward. Make an athletics check. Because you are interrupting his turn.
Hazel's strong suit.
So Hazel,
Oh my god.
as you get ready to cast this spell to interrupt this large kind of beast of a man with this glowing burlap sack, you can see in one hand he's got a rusty, large woodsman axe, and the other he's carrying basically like a throwing net. As you kind of get the glimpse of this guy for the first time, you just kind of
throwing net.
Yes, like a net.
Okay.
So as you get a glimpse of this guy for the first time, you just kind of lock and frozen in fear. Go ahead and give me a spirit check, a spirit roll, please.
And I assume it's the masked guy that they described.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He should be visible now.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so you you luckily managed to kind of breathe in as you get ready to do this, and kind of find yourself almost frozen with fear. He is going to take his third multi-action, and he is going to swing at you with his axe. Oh, I should probably target
That's
you.
very rude.
Is there something I can do to try to dodge it or anything like that?
Let me check your character sheet. Let me see what your parry is. Your parry is 6.
You get hit.
So you do get hit. And then
Dang.
Now he rolls against your toughness.
With
yes.
with a axe.
Yes, with an X. Alright. If you want to click resolve damage, and I can walk you through how this'll go.
That's a lot of
13
damage.
seems like a lot.
So that's not actually how much damage you're going to
presumably,
take. Because you get 3
she
wounds.
gets a fucking axe to the chest and dies.
So, wounds are not damage. Wounds are just... Wounds are how you take damage, but it's not a health bar, basically. This 13 seems scary, but it's against your... It's against your toughness. So, right now, you can either take 1 wound, and that would mean you have 1 wound, you're wounded. All your actions will be at a penalty of -1, and you'll be shaken. You can spend a Benny to soak, which is basically you make a vigor check, and depending on how many times you succeed, you can reduce the number of wounds you take.
And I'm only going to take 1.
Yes, but once you hit 3
So
wounds,
that's all I would need to
yeah,
do.
you would need to succeed on a vigor check 1 time to not take the wound but still be shaken.
Another note: you can only soak once, but you can use bennies to re-roll that soak roll.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think I will try to soak it. Now, I do have soak for free as an option here. I assume I can't actually do that.
No.
Because I would choose that one if available.
It is not available, so spend a Benny to soak. And then... There's the vigor roll. So you failed. So you can spend a Benny to re-roll it, or you could take the wound.
Man.
After his turn's over.
I'm just gonna take the wound.
Alright, so go ahead and click take wound. And now
And now I'm shaken.
he is going to...
What's shaken do again?
Shaken is a condition. Give me a moment. And I
Can't
can...
do anything.
Yeah, pretty
You're
much.
unshaken.
Yeah. You can spend a Benny at any point to remove shaken, or it's a spirit roll at the start of your turn.
Okay.
So, generally, you'll make the spirit roll at the start of your turn. If you fail it, then if you want to be
And if
unshaken,
I fail, I can spend
you
a
can
penny.
spend the Benny after. So,
And I can spend a Benny to just do it.
yes.
Wait, you soaked a roll and failed it, right?
Yeah.
So you are not shaken because you spent a Benny to soak. You just failed your soak.
It says Hazel is shaken with 1 wound when she resolved the damage.
Do I
I'll
not
look it
get
up later.
do I not
Da-da-da.
get a turn then?
It's not that important right now.
You will get a turn.
Okay.
But first, Hazel was interrupting, so Hazel will get to make their vigor roll.
Oh, because it's still my turn.
Yeah. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let you make your vigor roll to be unshaken.
I
Because
do.
you got
Vigor
hit while
or
trying to
spirit?
interrupt. Sorry, spirit.
I thought you said
Sorry,
spirit before. I would strongly prefer to do spirit, so...
Okay, you're unshaken.
So can I now entangle him?
Now you'll make your faith roll to see if you can entangle him. Entangle him. And you
Nope.
rolled a 3, or no, because you got a wound, so you got a 2, so you failed. If you wanted to spend a Benny, you could. Otherwise, you just lose a power point, and the spell does not go off.
I'm gonna spend the Benny. I really think it would be really clutch to get him entangled right now.
Alright, go ahead and re-roll then.
When do you regain bennies?
At the start of each session, and I can give you more if you do cool things or roleplay things.
Oh, unfortunate.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, It is. It is unfortunate.
I have a plan.
Now I'm getting like sunk cost fallacy. I'm gonna. No, I just fail. I just fail and move on.
You just fail and move on. You're just trembling with fright as you try to tap into this kind of echo of a nature spirit to entangle this masked man as just a couple of little flowers pop up beneath his feet.
Yeah,
before they
I'm, like,
quickly
trying
wither
to
away.
Raise up vines to come and get him, and it's just like a dandelion kind of swaying in the wind.
Exactly. You can go ahead and go now, Willow, if you would like.
Beautiful.
I thought Kaede wanted to go.
Or was Kaede waiting to do stuff until... Or I guess, Kaede, do you want to go or do you want Willow to go? Because you are holding. You'll go after Willow? Okay. Willow.
I'm going to take some powder from out of my, like, little knapsack and, and, like, say, I said stop, and, like, blow it in his face.
Okay.
And cast confusion.
Okay.
How do I cast? Like that.
And you gotta roll.
Okay. First thing I notice, you don't have PowerPoints. Let me fix that for you.
PowerPoints.
You have to add the PowerPoints separately. I forget where that is though. Powers. You should have
15 PowerPoints.
15 PowerPoints. There we go. I have added your PowerPoints for you.
Thank you.
All right. So you will need to make for you it should be alchemy check, something like that.
Sweet.
Alchemy, yes, it'll be an alchemy check. All right. Distracted or vulnerable. Both the raise and apply to those affected, those who stayed in victims next turn as usual. Okay, are you making him distracted or vulnerable? You probably need to know what those mean.
I should, yeah, that would be helpful.
Okay, so distracted is they get -2 to all their trait rolls. Vulnerable, all actions against the target are +2 until the end of their next turn. So do you want him to get debuffed, or do you want attacks against him to be buffed, basically?
I want attacks against
I had some yesterday. It was yummy.
Okay. So all actions against him will be at +2 then, until the end of his next turn.
I was gonna say
he is vulnerable.
I can sneak attack when he's vulnerable.
Sweet. Perfect. You will be able to sneak attack this motherfucker that's going through a door. Okay. Is that on my
Yeah. You can move if you want. But
yeah, I'm not gonna fucking stand behind you. I love you. I love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Alright. Good.
I'll go.
Alright.
I'm gonna move here, and Kaede's going to she draws a blob of black ink in the air that kind of condenses down and gets shot out as a condensed stream. And she's gonna shoot a bolt at what's his face.
Alright.
A bolt.
So this will be at +2 to your spellcasting roll.
Oh really?
Yeah, because he's vulnerable.
Oh, yeah, because he's vulnerable. That's right. That's right. Spellcasting modifier. +2. Roll.
Okay. Yep. You succeed with a raise.
Hey.
Good thing you're inside, so you're not being penalized by the fog. All right.
11.
Let me go ahead and select the token. He is just going to take a wound.
Yeah.
And let me guess, it doesn't deter him at all.
He's a little bit, you know, a little bit kind of like, ugh, as he hits him, or as it hits him. You are no longer, you've acted now. Willow has gone, so we can go ahead and go to the next round.
Oh,
Kaede.
I'm gonna do it again.
Oh, it changes every round?
Yes.
Yeah, dynamic initiative. So
Oh.
that same ball of 8 condenses and shoots another blast out at this guy.
All right. This is still at +2.
Oh yeah, because it hasn't been his turn yet. Forget about that. Anyway.
Does he still have a Joker?
No.
Oh, that's the button I need to click.
Because he used it to go when he wanted to, right?
Yes, and that's also just the single round. All right, you succeed with the raise.
Okay, it's use it or lose it.
Well, exactly. The Joker's just your initiative, and it just means you could go first, you could go last, you can go whenever you want in the initiative order.
Is this actually hurting him?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't seem... He's not, like, lethally wounded, but he's taking the injuries. You can kind of see a little bit of blood kind of spattering out in things.
Awesome. That's it.
All right.
But what happened to everything dying in one hit?
Oh, he's a wild card.
Oh, okay.
Also multi-actions.
Yes. So you can take multiple actions, but you can take up to 3. The second action makes all your actions in that round at a -2 penalty. If you take 3, it makes all of your actions in that round at -4.
I have a question. When it became my turn, a thing popped up on my screen that says, remove Shaken from Hazel, roll Spirit, or spend a Benny.
Roll Spirit.
Didn't I already do this, though?
Well, I guess technically, yeah, hold on. You did.
Did it affect my Entangle rolls?
Well, no, your wound affected the tangle rolls.
Yeah, shaken doesn't affect
Oh,
anything.
okay.
Yeah, Fagin just makes it so you can only take move and free actions. Let me go ahead and toggle target state, sign as affect. If you go into your character sheet, you can just untoggle Shaken.
Okay.
You're essentially just a little spooked.
Yeah. Just like, oh shit!
Well, I did get hit in the chest with an axe. That'll happen, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe cute.
Yeah, I'm mostly gonna... Oh, I never removed my PowerPoint from my failed thing either. Hang on. Okay, now I have. Yeah, I'm pretty spooked. I'm just gonna move away.
Alright. He is going to take a swing at you as you move away. Classic. Oh, he was targeting himself. But an 8 would still hit because your parry is only 6, I believe.
Yeah, and I'm shocked to learn his name as well.
I don't know why it's showing his name as that, because it's... Oh, someone else changed it, because it should not be that. Or no, his token's named that. Weird. Okay, so he's going to swing at you, and he's going to... Maybe hurt you, maybe not hurt you. He did not hit 4 above, so that's not a raise.
So
So if you go ahead and click that resolve damage, you'll get your options. which is looks like this one it would hit, but it's not going to deal damage. So you could either try to soak it to not get shaken, or just become shaken.
I'll just be shaken.
You are shaken. After two kind of one very near swing to a kind of almost more fatal area, you just kind of like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Like, I think shaken is a fair way to be in my circumstance.
So I forgot about this.
I would be.
So like when he was vulnerable with +2, I probably should have been doing this, taking extra attacks, because then you're not at a.
Yeah, you're not at a penalty. That's fair. All right. Well, he's going to remove his shaken. He's going to successfully remove his shaken.
I hope so.
You are just within range there, Willow. He's going to kind of take his net, his weighted net, spin it a couple times, and he's going to attempt to catch you with the net. Which this is not a fighting roll, this is an athletics roll. And
Versus my athletics?
let me check, because the net has specific things for it.
How does sheathing and unsheathing weapons work?
I don't think it really matters. I don't think they have rules for it.
Oh, it's a ranged weapon.
My headphones decided to tell me that I have a low battery as soon as you started talking.
Okay, so it is a ranged weapon, so a 4 will hit, or a 5 will hit, and you are entangled. Which means you cannot move and you are vulnerable. So with you in the net, he is going to basically walk in, grab the net, and start dragging you out. He is still in the door, but he currently has Willow entangled in a net and is dragging her away. Oakley.
Okay. Once again, sheathing and unsheathing weapons.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, so I could just put away my dagger and whip out a bow like it ain't no problem?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. I jump out the window.
Roll me an athletics check.
A notification became on my thing. Hold on. I jump out the window.
Yeah, I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a window. Shut the fuck up. I'm just gonna. Sorry. It won't let me.
I can
Collides with a wall.
There.
Thank you, for fuck's sake. Okay. So that took probably not a lot of movement, I assume, right?
I mean, you jumped like 3 feet. Yeah, you've moved like an inch.
How much... I actually don't know. How much movement speed do we have?
6.
6? Does that say somewhere? Okay, 6. Okay, cool. That's wrong. Oh god. Why? There we go.
You are out in the woods behind the cabin, so it is a little bit more difficult terrain. So, standard half movement.
So can I move to...
You could get to the corner if you want. That's fine.
Okay.
That's close enough.
And then that circle. How do I delete that again?
Well, it depends on what kind of circle you added. Alright. You have jumped out the window. You have your bow.
I've run.
You are going to...
I have my bow.
Okay. Very good. Willow.
Can I, like, knock an arrow and prepare just in case he turns around the corner?
Sure, that's fine. Willow,
Okay.
you are currently entangled.
Yep. Yeah. And then nets.
Correct.
Fine. I have a dagger. Could I try to cut myself free of this net?
Yeah, you can. Go.
Also, like, sit down so it takes more energy to pull me.
It's going to take about the same amount of energy to pull you regardless, because you're probably not standing right now in the first place.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll go with the dagger.
Okay. Make a fighting roll for me. Just... because you are being pulled around and jostled. Okay. A 4 will hit, or a 5 will hit. There we go. Go ahead and roll damage.
Roll what?
Roll damage.
Oh, roll damage. Okay.
If you just click on the dagger in your under gear. Alright, let me take a look here at the net. It has a hardness 10. It's motionless. Damage roll equals to the object hardness. It is broken, bent, or otherwise ruined. Equals or exceeds. Alright. And you did how much damage? 9? You do not manage to cut through this net. Your dagger's not typically, used for this. It's more of like a compounding knife, like a tool than an actual weapon. So as you kind of like stab around trying to cut at it, you manage to kind of like nick a few parts of the net, but nothing in any sort of significant way. It is largely undamaged.
Beans.
So you were still entangled.
It's still being dragged.
And presumably, it's not his turn at the moment, but yes.
Okay, I'm gonna just start screaming that.
Very good. Very good.
Not like afraid scream, just anger.
Just like
Like,
frustration.
yelling. That's what you're doing. Yep.
Gotcha. All right, let's move on to the next round. All right, he can be in the initiative.
I
as well
switched
now.
to my headset and there's spooky music playing.
All right. Well, it is his turn. It is Jason's turn, the stalker's turn. He's got Willow in a net. He is going to... where is his running die? He's going to run. Okay, well... that's still an extra 6, isn't it? Or is that just... yeah. So that's not
2 squares.
2 extra squares.
Yeah.
All
Don't
right.
you love it?
Oh, why does
If
he...
you're gonna run, rolls a 1. Fuck.
Yep. That's very relatable, but... Space.
I don't want to
Just
mute
turn
the
my
tab,
quick.
I just want you to turn
Why is
the
it getting
volume down on
Plus 4,
the
that's
fucking-
fine. Alright, well, he's going to move, I guess, 8 inches. And I would like to not have a token selected there. There we go. Let's just steal both of you and try to remember. Is it shift? I can never remember the measure hot key. There we go. He's going to drag you. To here. I know it collides with at least one wall, but I'm God, so that shouldn't matter because I measured it out well. There we go. And then you will be back here.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of dragging you like a sack of potatoes. Willow, your turn.
Maybe I should use my hand axe instead because that has the +6.
Roll me a.
Oh, I have a calculating. Would that help?
No, because calculating is when you roll slow pour on initiative.
Oh. Okay.
You can go ahead and roll me a common knowledge check.
Yeah, I can do that.
You get the idea that while your hand axe might be better for some things, in this particular situation, it's not going to be very effective at cutting through this type of net.
Yeah.
A slicing action will be more effective than kind of a chopping in this situation.
Okay. I'm gonna use a burst then. And like use one of my powers for burst. I have to roll alchemy to see if I hit.
Yep, we'll go ahead and roll. Well, first you need a. Well, I guess you're only trying to hit him with it, so you're just trying to burst around him, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Roll your alchemy. Just see if you cast the power, and then it's an AOE, so it won't matter. Okay. So moving forward, when you use a power, just put it in chat. Just every time, put them in chat.
Oh, okay. Where is it?
And it'll also be a good idea to put your powers in your hotbar.
Will do.
Okay. Da-da-da. It's a positive like the fan of energy, red hot fire. Stream templates are cast earned. Okay, cone or stream. Everything that suffers. Raise non-lethal if the caster wishes. Greater burst. Alright. So go ahead and roll the 3d6.
Sweet.
Alright. Is that what happened when you clicked the damage 3d6?
No, I rolled. I didn't see damage. It's fine. Would you like me to re-roll
Yes,
it by
please.
clicking on? Okay.
Get back. Exploding. Yippee.
Alright. He is going to spend one of his bennies to try to soak.
I accidentally hit free.
That's fine.
Okay.
I can't get on that phone.
He'll spend another penny here.
You should have thought about that.
Alright, he soaks all wounds and is not shaken.
He's no longer got the original vulnerability thing, does he?
He is no longer vulnerable, correct.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, I don't know why you jumped out of the window when he was vulnerable.
Oakley, you see nothing. You hear Willow screaming coming out from in front of the cabin, though.
This is so loud.
The music on the foundry, yeah.
It's I forgot it doesn't save the volume when it's replaying through each of them. Which one was it? This one.
is the woods on the side of the cabin too much for me, or can I just
That's
run?
probably fine. That's more manicured than the kind of natural growth behind.
I move here.
Okay.
If I shoot him with an arrow, that's definitely gonna hit him, and definitely not Willow, right?
I'm on the ground.
She's not blocking. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
she's being dragged in a net on the ground. It is
Alright,
foggy.
There's always natural ones.
And there's always
true.
natural ones. It is foggy, so you are going to take a penalty to this.
Okay.
Luckily, normally it'd be -6 for the pure darkness, but you've got a -4 reduction thanks to dark vision. So this is a shooting roll at -4.
I added the short bow, but I didn't add an action.
Because it's a shooting roll. And you see that
Oh.
big button that says shooting there?
Okay, so you said -4?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
It is not easy to shoot in the dark through fog. You can kind of see like a vague silhouette of this man dragging Willow and a writhing outline of her on the ground as she frantically tries to get herself free. Would you like to spend a penny?
No.
Okay. You kind of pull back, take a shot, and the arrow just kind of whizzes past. Willow, you kind of hear a as you see it stick into the ground a few yards ahead of you.
Please don't fucking shoot me.
All right. Kaede.
It wasn't this game, but you know.
Payback.
Yeah.
You see Willow getting dragged, kicking and screaming out of this cabin.
Okay. She is going to draw a new ball of ink, and this time it's blue. And she is going to shoot Bolt with the Hinder modifier.
Okay.
Honey, why you calling me so late?
Can't wait to hear that joke every week.
I'll change lines. It'll be fine.
All right.
That's a -4 though, right?
Yes, but that'll still hit.
Awesome. Subtract 2. Damn it. Well, at least he's hindered.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let's acrobat out damage. Yeah. So he's unharmed, but he is hindered. So his pace is reduced by 2.
Yep.
Perfect. Hazel.
Great news.
You are no longer shaken.
What am I going to do with this lack of shakenness?
What am I going to do as my friend is being kidnapped?
I don't like being the only one left in the cabin.
So leave.
There's a perfectly good window for you to jump out of.
There's also
Yeah,
a perfectly good door.
I think I
that
will.
No longer exists.
Well, isn't the guy on the other side of the door?
No, he's like
He's pretty far out.
gone. He's
Oh, Oakley's token is still there.
my token.
Oh, that's I'm sorry. I confused. I saw a token there, and I registered that it was Oakley, but then for some reason I thought it was Willow and confused myself.
Ah. Very well.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go out the door then.
Okay. Perfectly reasonable. You kind of rush out the door. You see Kaye, this man, kind of lumbering a little bit slower than he was previously, as kind of inky blackness pools around his legs and kind of sticks him to the ground a little bit.
And, fuck it, why not try shoot him with my crossbow?
You'll get a -4.
Well, any sort of range would be at -4. Is this, dark and hard to hit? But
Yep.
go ahead and make a shooting roll.
This is where we learned that she, like, actually took shooting fucking 10, because why not?
Hazel, while being big into the theater, is
shit.
also really good at
Oh, I actually might not be able to. I did not take shooting.
That would be an
'Cause I didn't think it all the way
unskilled
through.
attempt then.
So you get -6. Congratulations.
So I'm not gonna do that, as it turns out.
Reasonable.
I remember that one. I forgot that's a separate thing from just, like, fighting.
Yep. Fighting's melee. Shooting is shooting.
And also, I hadn't looked at my inventory yet when I
Yeah.
made those decisions. Well, let's see here. What do you have for me? Elemental manipulation.
It looks like you can push or push with power.
Something you probably haven't dealt with before are gang up rules. Have you guys done that before?
No, but I've read them. They're not difficult.
They're not. They're just making sure you knew about them.
Yeah.
Are we about to jump him? Let's jump him.
Basically, that's basically what gang up is.
Yeah.
The more people you got there. I like how it's a 1-to-1 too, so you can really just get a good fucking riot going.
Just be like, no, I don't want you to get the gang up bonus on my friend. Get in here. Yeah. Just a bunch of people swarming.
This one's far enough away, so this one gets a +2, but this one gets a +3 because he's on this side.
Yep, exactly.
No, can't do anything really with that either because of the range.
Well, casting a spell doesn't use shooting. So...
It's still arranged.
Well,
it's still a
yeah,
ranged
she still
attack
gets
here.
her -4, but
and-
she doesn't. At least she doesn't
Get
get
the
-6.
Yes, but that's not my concern. My concern is that my range is 8 inches.
Oh,
I'm
I mean, he's 8 inches
that on
away.
me.
Is he that?
He's within 8 inches.
Oh, okay.
He's well within 8 inches.
Okay.
The circle, the edge of your vision here is 10.
Oh, that's good to know.
Okay. Okay, so I wanted... Okay, well, first of all, I need to make my faith roll.
That is the first step.
I'm getting the hang of it. Are you fucking...
You got a Benny.
Woo. Not only did you
All right.
get it, but you exploded this time.
So that'll hit. I'm assuming you're using attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and click the damage roll.
Okay, so now I need to... Well, I need to use my PowerPoint real quick.
Yep.
Okay, so I do what?
Click the big damage button, the 2d4, and the power description in the chat. Under where it says damage rolls, just above where the PowerPoint
Oh.
cost is.
There it is.
He is shaken.
Hell yeah.
So, what does your elemental manipulation look like? How are you avataring this at the moment? There's not really any I guess there's some water in the fog, and there's...
The fog forms into a fist that just punches him.
just a walking,
I'm
just...
pissed. He
Pah!
hit me in the chest with an axe. He put my friend in a net. This sucks. I'm pissed.
Hazel just bloodbends his ass.
All right, let's move on to our next round.
God damn it.
That's rude.
He's going to try to remove his shaken.
God damn it.
He is no longer shaken.
We get it. You're no longer shaken.
And he's going to. What's he gonna do at this point? I think
He
at
could
this
turn
point,
around, run at us.
he's
and
going.
then
What
just
he's
start
going to do
beating us.
is he's going to take his axe and give one swing at Willow.
What if I yell at him and say no thank you?
Feel free to.
Can I fucking paranoia out of this?
Swiping.
I want to speak to your manager.
You know, he's going to. I'm gonna use a GM Benny on that.
Does Hinder stack?
No, they don't. You know, he's pissed. He's getting ganged up on. He's getting shot at by a bunch of people. He's like, what the fuck's going on? Why are these people shooting these things at me?
The fog just punched him.
The fog just punched
Okay,
him.
He's like, what the fuck's going on? He
All right.
started attacking us.
So he's going to get a 5. You are vulnerable, so that's +2. So that's actually still a 7. I forgot to include the vulnerable in there because you're tangled. So your parry is definitely less than 7, right? Willow.
Yeah, my parry's 4.
Okay. So he's going to then hit you. He's got a cool little edge. Oh shit! I forgot to do this earlier. I forgot he has this because it doesn't prompt me. He is not going to use that for now. That's fine. He is going to hit you with his sword with a +2 because of his.
Wait, does
no
he have a
mercy?
A sword and an axe and a net?
Sorry, he's using the axe, but it's just what I have it in his inventory as.
Oh, okay.
But he's
It's
going
the
to
stats
use
of a sword.
plus. Oh, no, that's to reroll damage. Never mind. He's not going to get a +2 to the damage. He's just going to hit you with the damage normally. Sad.
It meets. Oh wait.
You don't have any bennies, so you have to click the resolve damage for me. Oh.
Wait, why don't I have any bennies? I only used it
3 times.
3 times.
He only had 3.
When were the other times I used the Benny?
Willow spent a Benny on... Oh, you accidentally re-rolled the damage with a Benny.
Oh, that's what it was.
Hold on. Let me... Wait. I can't just refresh it. Go ahead and... take your Benny back.
Thank you.
There is no point in soaking stuff.
Okay. So I just adjust damage?
Click resolve damage.
Yep. And then I have apply shaken status and adjust damage.
Apply shaken. So you're shaken. He hit you just kind of like almost with the blunt side as you're squirming around, and he's going to at this point leave you behind and fuck off into the woods.
Nice.
Willow.
How fucking rude.
Might as well roll to not be shaken.
It'd be really funny if you failed.
You're not shaken. You're still in, you're
How
still in a
does she
net.
roll to get out of the net?
I get out of the fucking net. I fucking take it off.
All right.
Toss it.
You take a minute, you kind of untangle yourself now that you're not being dragged and kind of tucked into it. It still takes a minute to get out of because you're still kind of wrapped up, but You are no longer entangled and vulnerable.
We should keep that. That seems like a fun implement.
You know, I didn't think I was claustrophobic, but after this,
After this,
Has gained a new hindrance.
are you gonna?
Shooting for a net.
No,
I
it's
didn't think so.
it's an athletics roll.
Okay, cool. I feel like it was a good question, though.
Yeah, no, it's not shooting. It's athletics. But you still just have to hit that 4 because it's a ranged attack. Using athletics instead of shooting. But all right, are you gonna move, or are you gonna just kind of stand there? I'd say you probably have 3 inches of movement left after all things said and done. Okay.
there.
Very good. Oakley, you've effectively kind of lost sight of the guy in the woods at the moment, but you see that where he kind of disappeared to the north.
We're still in
Yeah, well,
combat, basically.
I mean, I'm keeping the order until the round is done in case you guys want to try to chase after him.
Okay. I am gonna move to about here, which I think was 6 inches. And notice, please.
Well, okay. Roll the notice.
I don't notice shit.
You do not notice anything.
Do I go blind?
As you kind of walk up towards where this guy was, just kind of the little bit of like elemental remnants of the hard fog that Hazel just used to punch this guy kind of hit you in the eye for like a solid blindfold as you kind of close your eyes, flail your hands, and kind of stumble over a tree branch on the ground. Or rather, no, you get kind of wrapped up in the net that Willow left laying on the ground that you didn't spot.
Rad.
But you do not see him.
Good night. Okay.
Hazel.
Put our stuff in it. I'm stepping away for a moment.
I'm gonna go back in the cabin
Okay. Hazel's like,
and try to assess my axe wound.
I can help with that.
Kaede, are you just going back in the cabin too? Or are you going to try to chase this man down?
I'll go back in the cabin.
Alright, we can go ahead and end combat then. Just haul everyone inside.
I have a spell that probably try to follow him with. I'm not sure how well it would work given the magicness of this whole area, though.
Do you guys want to go in back in the cabin that had the door busted down, or do you guys want to go in the cabin you awoke in?
We spawned in.
Well, that would probably be a good
He was about
idea.
to ask us if we wanted to go to the cabin we spawned in.
Hey, you don't have to call me out like that. Everyone knew it, but you didn't have to say it.
I did have to say it. Yeah, I'll go to the spawn room.
What?
I was just gonna say maybe we should separate out what we specifically need for tomorrow to make sure that gets dry.
Oh. I was gonna put it on high heat and very dry. Or
Okay.
do we usually do that?
I usually do low heat, very dry, but it doesn't usually get the whole load dry. So up to you, I guess.
I'm just gonna do high.
Can I use a couple of power points to heal Hazel?
Yeah, make your alchemy check.
Yep.
Double blow explosion.
It's a real shame. Healing. Oh, it does remove 2 of the race. There you go. Hazel, you can go ahead and remove your wounds.
Wonderful. Thank you, Willow.
Yeah, I got magic band-aids. Sorry, bandages, plasters. Not name brand band-aids.
They have little hearts on them.
I would never do something so, sorry. I would.
Willow would never dare do something so frivolous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kaede sits down. That was a workout.
Willow is going through her hair trying to get the fucking twigs out of it.
So what's next?
Well, we didn't catch him,
Alright, I'm returned.
so we should probably focus on that.
I can try something. I'm going to Kaede starts drawing a large green arrow in the air.
Okay.
And she is going to cast locate.
Okay.
Here, let me put it in the chat.
10 minutes. Da-da-da.
I also
Spells,
work
hidden
at 7.
things.
just
Something
to
has to
note.
go that she's creature object location. He's seen. It says gives a sense of general direction and distance. Impression. Da-da-da. PowerPoint 3 range self. It doesn't have a range to it. Yeah. Go ahead. Make your spellcasting roll. Alright.
Oh, cool.
You succeed. You've seen the target.
Does it actually give me a location?
It's generally, yeah, it kind of gives you the direction and things. It's not super specific, but you can tell that at the moment he's northeast of you.
But the spell works.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I really want to know. If we could, wait a little while, maybe an hour or two, I can regain some more of my PowerPoints. But it seems like the spell does work, so we could chase him down.
And do
Could I
what
go-
to him?
Kill? He tried to kill us.
Yeah, I think that's an admirable goal, but he seemed pretty strong. And when he hits you, it hurts.
What else should we do? We woke up here.
I don't know, man. All I'm saying is, I got hit with an axe, and I'm not necessarily inclined to go towards the dude that did that.
He's gonna come back to us. I almost guarantee it, right?
Yeah.
Everyone roll a common knowledge check.
I'm not good at these either.
It's okay, I got you. Well, we'll see.
I cannot roll for shit today.
Oh, we're just waiting on the Oaksters. Ocarino.
What? Oh, sorry.
Ocarina.
We're using common knowledge? Yeah, okay.
Yup.
Oakley and, surprisingly enough, horror aficionado Willow have the kind of genre savviness to put two and two together that this guy will be back at some point. It's just a matter of when.
We know where there's a map. If you know it's in that general direction, I'm gonna go check the map to see where that space ends up to be.
All right. roll me another notice check, Willow.
Will do, bugaboo.
Okay. You go up to the sign. It's pretty, like I said, beat up and destroyed at this point. As far as what you can tell is in that direction at the moment, there is kind of directly north of here, from your estimate, about a quarter of a mile or so. At the furthest is the mess hall. There seems to be a pretty wide expanse of woods between. That's just kind of ripped out, but in terms of marked locations that he might be heading to, that would be the nearest.
Sweet. Go back in. Oh. Ooh, and that's a lot of... So he might be around a lot of knives right now. It's looking like that's around, like, mess hall area. Which would be attached to a kitchen. This doesn't seem like a place with a butchery, so that's a positive note. Though it could be a homemade butchery. Yeah. Anyone have thoughts?
No, not really.
I just
Anyone?
feel like we should attack this guy before he attacks us.
I agree.
I will begrudgingly go along with it.
Though we should wait. We should rest for like an hour or two.
Does that
Okay.
heal us?
No.
Oh.
So it recovers our power points for those of us that do that.
Yep.
As someone who does not do that, I didn't know. Also, I don't need that.
All right. So are you guys barricading yourself in this other cabin for now?
I'm okay with Hazel and Kaede barricading them. If Oakley, you want to check out the other cabins with me, I'm also down with that.
Are they gonna like barricade everything but the door, or while we're over there, or are they just gonna lock themselves in here, and we'll just be trapped outside?
That is a wonderful question.
I mean, we could barricade the door, and then when you come back, you say, "Hey, it's us," and we open the door.
Yeah. I think we'll be fine. I'm pretty sure I saw something over this way earlier, like inside, so maybe leave that one for last.
Oh wow, that looks broken.
You walk up to this cabin and you can see its kind of back corner and wall has collapsed, as well as a good portion of the roof. You can see some crushed bones and dried, pooled blood underneath the rubble.
Well, let's leave.
That's pretty crazy.
Oh, wait, do the bones look human?
Yes, they are human bones.
Okay.
Is that it? That's all in here?
That's what you see when you walk in.
Oh, okay.
If you could spend further time investigating deeper, but
I'll take a second. I assume notice.
yeah, go ahead and make a notice roll. This will be more than just a second to actually fully investigate. But
Oh, okay.
as you kind of spend the next 5 minutes or so kind of poking around, climbing up and over the rubble, you can tell that this has been going on for a while. You can kind of see large kind of gashes in parts of the collapsed wood, that this wasn't just time and weather destroying this. This was a very intentional collapse.
Yikes. I assume because Willow was not also rolling that she did not check with me, so I climb down and I say, yeah, someone did this on purpose.
Great.
I think that it was our friend with the knapsack head.
So
Burlap. That's not a knapsack.
definitely serial killer, not just kidnapper. Good to know.
I mean, Friday the 13th vibes. So yeah.
Mhm.
The
Oh,
one
fuck,
horror,
there's
the
more
one
cabins
horror
down here.
movie Willow has seen apparently.
Willow isn't a fan of the arts.
Yeah, she's heard of genre convention though, and has heard
Yeah.
of pop culture osmosis. She's absorbed this through being preppy and popular, because like other people have talked about this stuff, and she's just pretended. But in reality, she sat on her phone googling like the Wikipedia article and stuff.
Personally, I don't really want to go in there.
Just covered in cobwebs.
I'll go in.
Okay. You go in, you kind of brush these out of the way. They're very fine, dusty. You don't see any spiders or feel any spiders at the moment. Make a notice roll.
Oh yeah.
As you're kind of pushing through, making your way through, you notice one of the beds has a large, just hole in the bedspread mattress frame down. And as you kind of peek through it, you can see a crushed rib cage and a stain of blood, as if someone was hiding underneath this bed before they met their unfortunate demise.
Damn, bro, the old hiding under their bed and get stabbed through from up top trick.
It feels like a lot more aggression than just stabbing. You know, like imagine if someone took a sledgehammer to your chest.
I thought that there's a hole though. You can't really make a hole in a mattress with the sledgehammer.
With an
I mean, I
axe?
guess technically you could if you tried hard enough, but
Oh, or more likely an axe because that's what the guy has.
oh, that's valid.
Yeah.
Um,
He did try to axe our friend to death.
This one's much more noticeable as you approach.
Yeah, I can see that.
That it's, in fact, the
Burned
kind of
down?
burnt outer shell of a former cabin.
With nothing. Oh, there's another one of those wooden things though.
Another
Is
one.
it the same thing, or is that just a decoration?
Roll me a notice check.
By decoration, I meant that you put there. Well, all right.
At a glance, it just seems to be a piece of burnt wood.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it's anything that was reminiscent of the icons on the
thing outside.
The thing outside, yeah. The
Okay.
camp message board.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, because we still need to find 4 more totem poles.
So this has 2 doors.
Oh, they're windows. This is the door. This one's the door, the one you're in front of.
It's locked.
You go and you try to open the door. It doesn't really budge. It doesn't feel like it's locked, though.
Interesting.
It feels like it's being barricaded. You kind of peek in the window, and now that you're a little bit closer than Willow was, looking through the one window much another one, you can see that it looks like there's been a couple of the bunk beds kind of pushed up and mattresses hiding the window, blocking the door, barricaded in.
Oh yeah, somebody tried to do the same thing we did, and barricaded this motherfucker.
Knock on the door.
No response.
Hello? If you're in there, we're going to try to solve this for us.
No response.
I hope that you're well. If you have any injured, please alert us. I'll do what I can.
Going to the bathroom after that.
No response.
That's all I can do. Good night.
Good night.
Can I like open the window from the outside?
The window's locked, but I mean, you could definitely break it.
Oh, do you want my hand axe?
I have an elbow.
You would rather
Make a
hurt
fighting
your
roll.
elbow than use a weapon?
First of all, I also have weapons. Second of all, it's a window.
Make a fighting roll.
I think I got this. I did not, in fact, got this.
No, you do.
Oh, okay.
You just kind of go up. You kind of like make sure you've got some good padding on your elbow. And just kind of crash it in the center. It's pretty thin glass, old, thin, and not very up to code at this point. You kind of bash it in. You bash it in. You kind of feel like there's some wood and a little bit of like bed frame up against the window.
I take my sword out and I kind of knock the rest of the glass out of the way so that I don't cut myself if I tried to climb in. And you said there's like bed frames and stuff?
Yeah,
in the
there's
way?
like some mattresses and stuff. It's like piled up against the door, pushed up against it.
Can I attempt to push it out of the way? I don't have a very good anything that
Make
would-
athletics.
Athletics. Okay, perfect. That is significantly better than my strength.
Oh my goodness.
You
Somebody got something to say.
You give it a good kind of shove, you're not at a great angle for it, but you wedge your sword like in the door to get a little bit of extra leverage and kind of push it out of the way before everyone would hear this kind of a loud crash as you look through the window and see the mattress bed frame with this kind of sudden falling force crash through the rotting floorboards.
Oh.
And the cabins that we've been in have been like run down, but not
And
rotting
I can
away.
definitely
I
They've
mean,
been structurally sound.
They're
This here corpse right there.
sort of rotty. They're still rotting, but not necessarily like to the point of normal use would make them fall apart. This is, a pretty strong force hitting the ground, causing it to collapse. But yes, you look in. You see a large hole in the ground on the far side of the cabin, and make me a notice roll.
I noticed nothing. Bro, come on.
Willow's gonna come over now.
Some
What?
dust from the mattress fucking breaking through the ground got in my eyes.
Exactly, you're like sneezing and coughing a little bit as just like achoo, achoo, mildew, mildew. Willow, go ahead and make me a notice check.
Well,
Yeah, there's a hole.
You
There's
didn't
two
go
holes.
blind, so that's good. I would like to try
climb
to
in?
climb in. Yeah.
All right, you guys. It doesn't take long. You guys hoist yourself up and step around the newly made hole in the ground into the cabin. You can see the inside. All the windows and doors are barricaded with the different bits of furniture. There's a large hole in the ground. You can't quite see how deep it is from where you're at, as well as a skeleton. As you kind of get a little bit closer, it's a little bit more obvious that this skeleton is missing its head.
I bet if we get up to that hole, the skull will be inside the hole. I didn't mean to do that.
You want me to hang you from your feet?
You get up to the
No, I think I'm good.
to the kind of hole in the ground. You take a deep peer in. It's probably about 8, 9, 10 feet deep or so. But you just see sitting at the bottom a mostly almost crushed skull, as well as a few scattered vertebra.
I have a question. Is the hole, does it look like there's like tunnels, or is it just a hole?
There looks like there appears to be a tunnel.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely fucking not going in that, but that's good to know. Did you come in here?
Oh.
Do I have to tell you about the hole?
No, I am aware of the hole.
I'm aware of the hole.
I mean, did you come over here to see the skull in the hole, and that there's a tunnel? Should I just say I say there's a tunnel. I mentioned the tunnel, and if you've already seen the tunnel because your characters walked up to it, then we have acknowledged the tunnel.
I wonder if that goes
Glad we had established that.
I wonder if that hole goes to the other hole.
Which other hole?
Am I going crazy? Is there not a...
I don't think there was another hole. Was there another hole?
I think she's going crazy. I think she's going crazy.
Okay, good.
I thought there was a hole in there. Oh, no, there's just a dead body in here.
Just a couple of crushed people. That's all.
Okay.
You know, now that I've done it, now that I've gotten in there to see that hole, I kind of wish I had chosen a side that was a little farther away from our cabin to unbarricade and exit for.
Well, you see how well the barricade worked for the other people.
Valid.
And,
I was thinking things getting out, though, and yeah. I knock on the door, and I'm like, did you guys hear that?
I heard it.
Thank you, babe.
It's still
He
up
did
to
shave
them
and a
to
haircut.
unlock this.
I heard it too.
Oh, I opened the door.
Okay, thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, sorry.
Oh man, I wish I was role playing.
All right. You have all reconvened after checking out the other the other 4 cabins, and the Sun. So you've had the Sun Fun Sanctuary. I forgot to name these. Fine Pine, Roughing It, Happy Campers, and the Spruced Up Shelter.
Can you please tell me which ones those were?
No.
Oh,
Was the roughing it the one that has all the dead bodies in it?
Yes.
which one was the one with the hole?
That's Roughing, or no, that was Roughing. That's the Spruced Up Shelter.
Okay. Which one? Did the burn down one, did we not get a name on that one?
That one would be the Happy Days. DAZE.
It was not, in fact, Happy Days.
I mean, no, burning alive isn't fun.
Has it been an hour?
Probably not.
Damn.
Maybe about 20 minutes.
Hazel, you want to read our tarot while we wait?
Sure.
So I know that we haven't really accomplished much besides getting our asses beat. Oh, good. Love that. Great. Hey guys, wait. I guess that's barricaded. Can I
Did we
even
roll
see
a
out
notice?
that?
No.
Okay.
You can roll a notice check to see if you hear him approaching.
I did all my good rolls earlier.
Oh. Get rid of those. Da-da-da. It got a 6. All right. Hazel and Oakley hear just kind of a. It's not quite the mean stomping you guys heard earlier, but it's almost very deliberate footsteps before you all hear a loud
Dude is really
shattering glass of the
like
window.
right next to like the window that. Oh, over there.
Yeah.
I back up a little bit and whip out my sword.
Oh yeah, you all hear the shattering glass, definitely.
Okay. I'm going to spend a Benny to regain 5 power points.
Okay.
Yo, you can do that? That's crazy.
Shortly after that first crash, you hear a second coming from the north.
I'm gonna get away from the window.
Followed by a very loud, blunt thud of an axe against a wardrobe.
This is a logistics question. Could my sword go through that wardrobe?
Probably not.
Okay.
Stab. You could try breaking the wardrobe with it, but it's
I don't want to do
a
that.
sword that's
'Cause that's
through a
'cause he's
wooden
already
thing.
trying. Well, yeah, but it's old and rotten and stuff. Like, and he's
Yeah.
breaking through it already. Can I like stab through the probably hole in it that he's made with the axe and try and stab him in the face?
You make me a fighting roll at -4.
Okay.
Better than nothing. Could explode.
Nope.
You go to you kind of try to stab at the the hole that he made, and you just kind of get a little off to the side. You know, it's still dark in here, even though you've got the little bit of glowing light eyes thanks to Hazel, but you kind of manage to stab a little bit to the side, not quite in the hole, as another kind of crash is into it. The wardrobe kind of shakes and rattles as you see the axe pull away.
I'm gonna take out my sling and ready a slingshot.
Okay. You take out your sling. You've got it ready, just kind of spinning at your side, getting ready to do it in case something comes through the window. But
Yep.
as you spin your sling, getting ready to attack, and you all get your various weapons and spells ready, silence.
I have a question. My elemental manipulation lasts for 5 turns.
That's 30 seconds.
I would like to crouch in the corner here.
Roll a stealth check? Are you trying to hide?
Yeah.
Okay. Oakley crouches in the corner.
Or like, wait, in a manner in which, if he were to jump through that window, I could like be hidden-ish and like lunge at him and strike him.
If you were to jump through this window or this one.
To quote unquote get the drop on him.
Yeah, okay. You're just trying to hide and make sure he doesn't know where you're at. Just waiting to sucker punch him if he comes through. Okay.
Well, I was gonna stab him, but yes, basically.
All right. You sit there for a minute, everyone ready, crouching, hiding, waiting. Silence. Quiet. What do you do?
I have a strong arm. I can spin for a while. Exactly.
The only sound in this room is the beating of your own hearts and Willow's sling getting ready.
I almost scooch over here.
I can maybe cast locate again. What do you guys think?
Can you?
I mean, of course I can. I'm just asking you guys.
Probably not a bad idea.
Okay. She draws the green arrow in the air and casts. Attempts to cast. Locate.
At this point, it's further. It's moving sort of away from you to the west.
He's moving away from us. To the west.
The west.
At this point, because it's been a minute or two, he's probably a couple hundred yards away.
He was just here. Do we want to go after him? We wait?
He wants us to go out and play.
That's what it looks like.
We can.
Fuck it. I stand up
Fine.
and I fucking leap over this bed and I run to the door. And I guess I wouldn't leap over that bed because we barricaded stuff. So I guess that bed would be a little move. I'm just trying to indicate my rat. That's fair.
Yeah.
You can slide over the fucking. You can vault over the.
You
the
parkour
the
your way
part of
through
bunk bed.
through the cabin.
Not really parkour, but you know what I mean. Like I'm indicating my haste.
Yes. You run out the door, or out to the door.
And then like unbarricade and then go out the door.
Okay.
We should probably conserve our energy a little bit more than that, right? I say to Kaede.
Wait, what?
Don't bolt. Don't sprint.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Hayate doesn't have to be told twice.
Man, I wish I had fucking Rakshud Acetate.
Let's see. That was Willow who went up there. Kaede
Yes.
and Oakley. You two hadn't been up there in a minute, so go ahead and each of you roll me a notice check.
Oh shit! I wasn't paying
I'm
attention.
going to
Super
say
over.
this is not going to be at a penalty. Not the full penalty, just the -2 for the fog. But Oakley, you definitely will notice.
I got a 0.
Nice. All right. So Oakley, as you're kind of sprinting out away, you notice kind of a faint, like, hum. Kind of a high-pitched, almost like electrical humming, coming due north from where you're at, by where you saw the portion of the totem pole.
That's wacky. You guys hear that?
Do we? Now that she mentions it.
You need to roll me a notice check first of all, because you didn't roll one when you went outside. So Hazel, roll me a notice check. And the other two. Oakley, Kaede.
I keep accidentally.
No, you already failed this check earlier. This is
Oh.
this is outside of your hearing range, apparently.
I slowly.
But
make
Hazel,
my way
you
over
do
there.
notice it. This is kind of this high-pitched, almost electric, mechanical whining. Jade or Oakley, as you approach, the humming kind of gets a little bit louder and a little bit louder as you kind of notice almost a faint pulsing coming off of this section of totem pole.
Can I inspect it more, or like?
I mean, yeah,
Is it just like still wood and stuff? Do I see like electrical sparks or anything?
Yeah, it still seems to be wood. It's not necessarily like an electrical spark, but it does kind of have like a faint shimmer to it.
I touch it.
Almost like a haze. You touch it, it's oddly like warm to the touch. And as you kind of feel it for just a brief second, the kind of hum and pulse just kind of stops. As you kind of take your hand away, you notice that it is quiet again. Hazel, you still hear the high-pitched hum and see the shimmering.
Okay.
I say out loud that it stopped.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
Willow, Kaede, you two see Hazel and Oakley head over towards this totem.
Wait, you still hear it?
Has anyone touched the totem yet?
Just Oakley.
No.
Besides me.
Wait, Oakley touched
Okay.
it?
Yes. Just now.
Oh, and that's when it stopped.
Yes.
I didn't hear that for whatever reason. Okay.
Wait, you still hear it?
Yeah. I'm gonna also touch it.
As you kind of touch it, you kind of feel like a faint warmth as the kind of hazy shimmer fades away and the high-pitched electrical screech stops.
Does anything about it feel similar to the sensation I got when I divined?
Go ahead and roll me a faith roll. It's not quite the same thing. Whatever energy you seem to have absorbed when you touch this feels a lot more tangible. This is sort of what you're more used to when you're communing and interacting with your various
this
powers.
is what I would have expected to get when I divined earlier.
Yeah, it's just not quite there, like the full force, but just kind of a faint, version of that. It's more tangible and complete, but not as strong as you would expect. It's less of a photocopy of a photocopy, and more, this is the real thing, but faded.
This is the story of a girl.
Okay, well, I don't really know what to do with any of that.
Should we also touch it?
I mean, I don't know if we should have touched it. We did touch it.
Now that you're closer, you two are closer, Kaede, Willow, you guys see the same kind of effect they were talking about.
Should one of us not touch it, and then they be spared of any negative consequences that may occur?
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Just thinking, like it's a good idea to have a DD, right? The problem is that Katrina doesn't like feeling left out, so Katrina wants to touch it, but I don't think Willow would touch it. So I'm gonna keep my hands to myself.
Fair enough. Kaede?
I'm too curious not to. Kaede touches it.
You kind of touch it, you feel that same sort of sense of warmth as the light flickers away and the humming stops.
Nothing else happens.
Go ahead and roll me a spell casting.
A spell casting. Alrighty. I'm good at those. I was about to roll a 1 and a 2.
Hey, you got your bennies for a reason, right? So as you kind of reach out and touch it, while everything you saw in the cabin and out through the windows earlier was kind of coated in like this thin magical dust, as you kind of touch down and reach this, you can kind of feel sort of a faint energy kind of rush into you. Nothing necessarily malicious, just something more tangible, more physical, less magical than everything that's that you saw previously.
Weird. Do I think Willow should touch it?
It doesn't seem harmful.
Doesn't seem like it would hurt you.
Like you can't really say one way or the other, but from what your experience was, it doesn't seem like it's at the moment dangerous.
All right, I'll touch it.
It didn't kill any of us.
You kind of go in, touch it, humming stops, kind of faint, shifting haze stops, and you all feel kind of a sense of a little bit of completeness almost wash over you.
Oakley makes a noise and then begins to walk this way.
I thought he would go to the west. Oh, can I see where west is on the map? If there's anything to the west.
Mostly just forest.
Hey, Oakley, what you up to?
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
I gotta check on something.
Let's follow her.
Okay.
The farthest one down here is on the left is the burn down one, right?
Yes.
Do I hear a humming?
Nope.
And a buzzing?
Nope. Just the
No?
just the
Damn.
kind of scent of smoke that's permeating up, and a little bit of ash you kick up as you
Walk in.
walk in.
Dang. Okay. I thought I had seen something that looked similar to the totem pole earlier, and was wondering if it would be humming. Now that there's some sort of something going on.
Did you touch it?
I did not touch it. I assume it would have been humming if it was a thing. I guess I could touch it.
If it gave me the consent to touch it.
I could go back in and I touch it.
You touch it. Your hand kind of comes back black, covered in soot.
Rad.
And it just seems like this was just a part of the decoration of the cabin.
Okay. It was a decoration. Or it was I guess I wouldn't know that. It's probably a decoration.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there are
As
there
I like
are 4 other, or there are 3 other places that we could check out.
As I brush the ash off of my pants.
Your nice sparkly high school pants.
Well, I mean, the bedazzling would be on like my butt and like
Oh,
my
okay.
pockets.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wait, do you have a fucking Juicy Couture outfit on right now?
Probably, I don't know. I was not a high school girl. In real life, at least.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. It could be Juicy Couture, but it could also be, oh, I can't remember, but there was a brand of jeans that was always like that, too.
I mean, pretty much anything from Debs was fucking bedazzled like that.
All right. Well, I
There's
think.
also off-brand, you know.
I guess what's your guys' next course of action? You know the
Well,
stalker
Willow had
is
an idea.
somewhere off to the west,
We
and
could stay over there.
you have all absorbed the hum.
Let's find more hum. Or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it seems as good a thing to do as any.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
You gotta start paying attention to my screen. I don't know where anybody went.
Someone
There
said
they
something
are.
about more totem poles earlier, but I don't know if that was just like a comment that they were just making, or if that was something we actually like knew.
The sign showed 5 or something like that, right?
it was 4.
Yeah.
I think it was 4.
The totems?
Yeah, this one and 3 others.
Oh. It had said 5, but
Oh, it should be 4.
okay.
Would they be in here, or should we be actually like moving away from this place and seeing if there's like?
Maybe we should go check out like the mess hall and the boathouse.
Yes.
Is he
Let's
still
check out
up the
the other,
west?
the other
At the moment,
3
yes.
I mean, we really wouldn't know that, would we? He's moving around. He hasn't entered our view, at least.
Kaede's got magic on him.
Coyote
Oh, got magic on him. Okay. Well, I guess let's go to
I
the
guess we
east.
should go to whatever building is away from him.
All right. Well, most of the buildings are north or to the east. To the west at the
Well,
moment is
good. We
mostly
wanna go to
just
the east
forest. So, the mess hall is to the north, and then you do not know how to get to the archery range, and the boathouse is on the lake to the east, southeast.
So should we check out the mess hall first, or?
Oh, I thought it was west.
He is west.
So southeast would be the opposite way, right?
I mean,
Primarily,
Sure. I thought the mess hall was the closest thing.
yes, the mess hall is the closest thing to the north. Everything else is a little bit further away than that.
We can go to the mess hall. That's fine by me.
All right. Let's see here. You guys should just be able to follow the path all right, without a problem. So let's go ahead and move you guys over here and get your tokens out. Kaede Oakley, and then we can call it here.
Seems a good place.
Archery range exists.
Fucking geothermal bullshit.
He's playing Satisfactory.
oh,
Don't worry about it.
It's not
I
you
like
guys
that
are
Katrin
wandering.
just some juicy jeans into the thing.
I mean, that's what you're wearing, so.
Well, that's not what I'm wearing.
Sorry, not juicy. Sweet? Maybe? What's that?
No, we live
What's
we
it?
live in Chicago, man. Could have been juicy jean or juicy tracksuit.
All right. Well,
What game is this referencing?
Risk of Rain
Oh.
2. All right. Well, I guess we're stopping
been
it
a
there.
minute
So I'm
since
gonna
I've
click
played
that
that.
stop streaming button, I guess.
Alright. Make sure
Bye.
you guys comment, like, subscribe, and do all those good algorithm stuff.
Mute us
Have
and
a-
put us
have a
on in the
great
background
time.
or something, or don't. We're not the boss
Yeah,
of you.
do what you want. Whatever.
Bye.
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 Bye.